Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. The sills are done, the floor pan is mostly done. There's just a bit in the back corner that's complicated. It's going to have to go on a ramp. It's going to have to be someone who knows what they're doing that fixes that. But that's fine. So what I'm going to do in this video is finally fix the rear drum brakes. Now, as I've mentioned before, Agnetha's special. She's Swedish, so that means that when she was exported in perfectly working order from Longbridge, she then went to British Leyland in Sweden, and presumably because they didn't have enough work to do, they converted the back brakes to something else. Okay, it's now a few days in the future, and spoiler alert, everything worked, so you don't need to watch the rest of the video. But a funny thing happened when I uploaded the video the first time. I've been asking around for about 12 months about where these rear drum brakes came from. Why does a plane fly over every time I start talking? I got some advice from people, you know, that it's Ford, it's not standard. Maybe there was a legal requirement for them to be changed. Maybe there wasn't. Lots of ideas, but nothing written down in concrete. And then 5 minutes after uploading the video, I got a comment from a regular viewer who said, "I know what they are, and I've got a page from a manual that shows you exactly which parts you need to replace them." And he emailed me the page, which I'm going to put up now. So if anyone else is looking for these brake parts, these are the unipart numbers, and you should be able to get everything. So like any responsible content creator, I realized that I'd put some incorrect information on the internet, and as is standard practice, I decided to take it down and edit it, because everyone does that, right? If you put something on the internet that's wrong and you realize it, the first thing to do is remove it and correct it, and then put a corrected version up. I guess that's what people do, isn't it? So here we are. This is the corrected version. Okay, onwards. These are the original shoes that were on the car. So what's unusual about these, if you're an Allegro owner, is that it has a slot here for a self-adjusting mechanism. So Allegro brakes aren't normally self-adjusting, but these are, and that was a Ford thing, so self-adjusting mechanism to consider. And when I first had a go at this, the only thing I could find that was even vaguely similar with these, and I think these are from a like Mark 1 Capri 1300 something. So they are kind of similar. The dimensions are the same, but there are also differences. If you look there, you can see where the shoe material starts is different. And also this bit for the adjusting mechanism, this was actually closed off, and I used the spinning wheel of death to open it up so I could slot the adjuster in. So it kind of looks similar, and when I installed them it was just very awkward, and basically the wheels stick, they don't turn freely, but when you pull the handbrake absolutely nothing happens, so completely pointless. However, I had a stroke of luck, and when I selected, instead of the Ford Capri, whatever it was, I selected the Ford Taunus TC Mark 1 1300, and I couldn't believe my luck, because they are exactly the same. So there we got the slot for the self-adjusting mechanism, and this hole is where the handbrake mechanism goes. So this should be a 1-to-1 replacement, and then the drum brakes should work. So let's try that first. Quite an impressive pile of scrap, isn't it? All sorts of things in there. Might get a few quid for it. Apart from the plastic bottles, of course, that's not scrap. Just got to be a bit careful jacking it up on this corner, because this is the one that's a bit weak and needs some more welding. So I'll do it very gingerly. As you can see, there's still no suspension, which makes things a bit easier. See how easily this doesn't turn? But if you pull on the handbrake as well, it doesn't apply any more pressure. So the experiment I tried with the Capri brakes didn't work. But that's the point of doing experiments. Before anyone complains, the jack isn't really supporting the car. These bricks are supporting the car. The jack's just there for extra support because this corner isn't the strongest of corners. Where's my hammer? And yes, I've got a bag of new pins, don't worry. Everything will be fine. Nope, that's not a hammer, is it? But it's almost as good. There we go. There you go, keep hold of that. And now for the hub nut. Shout out to Mr. Hubnut himself. Now this shouldn't be tight because it's a floating end. Yeah, just finger tight. Another one of the stories about Allegros is that the back wheels used to fall off, and they did, but that's because you take it to the mechanic and they tightened this up as much as they possibly could, like with other old cars of the day, and that's not what you're meant to do with these. You tighten them up and then you slacken them off and then you hand tight them. Otherwise the wheel's going to fall off. Is this just going to come off? I doubt it. I think we're going to have to get violent with it. Violence. It's no longer a matter of persuasion, it's just straightforward violence will work. There's the floating end bearing there. Oh, grease again. Is that it? Oh, there we go. Don't lose the bearing. Where can I put this now? Stick it outside. Don't drop out. Yeah. Right, so what's going on in this hot mess? Like I say, this won't be familiar to any Allegro owners unless they've also got a nice old Cortina or an Escort or a Ford Taunus TC1. So this is the stub axle, and I think this is the same as on the Allegro, but everything else is different. So this is the wheel cylinder. The wheel cylinders are fairly generic, I think. So this is from Ford Cortina, but I think escorts used these exact same ones as well. So this was dead easy to find. Then we've got the handbrake mechanism here. So on an Allegro, the handbrake mechanism's on the outside, and on this they're on the inside. And then this is the mysterious self-adjusting mechanism that's proper Wakandan technology. That is absolute mystery to me. So what we're going to do is take these shoes off, which are the Capri ones, and then stick the Taunus ones on. The only thing that worries me is the red spring, of course. I always imagine it bursting through my chest or something. But if you wear safety specs and gloves, that'll stop things going through your chest, I suppose. So we'll take this guy off first. Oops, sorry, did I knock you? I'll move you a bit further back. There we go. Don't care about knackering these, but we'll be more careful with the new ones. There we go. So just take the handbrake mechanism out first. That's it. Easy peasy. So this is the, I mean, look at that. Isn't that the weirdest thing you've ever seen? It looks like the glove from Yellow Submarine. Or not. Pop that out. Okay, so one down. Okay, let's take the other shoe off now. In fact, we'll put this shoe, the new shoe, back on so we don't lose where we are. Just put it in position, so handbrake mechanism goes through there. And this thing, looking at it, could cause us some issues. There's a bit that's snapped off, and I just wonder if there's enough remaining. Yeah, I think that should be enough actually. So I'm just going to bend this back. Okay, that should do. Not ideal, but it should be enough. Right, that's one shoe on. The adjuster's on. I think we just put these springs on first. Yeah. Oh, there we go. And it's holding. Now for the end boss. This isn't an instructional video, don't do this at home, etc. Right, here goes nothing. Almost, and then no, it's just, come on, bloody hell, ow. Okay, try it from a different angle. Just use the pliers now. Haha! Okay, now what? Don't think this is the way you meant to do it. Oh. Uh-huh. Well, don't think you meant to do it like that. Right. This shoe's dropped down a bit, hasn't it? That's it. Wow. Is that it? Looks like it. Whew. Dead easy. I guess we'll just pull the handbrake and see if it works. How was that? Well, that was dead easy. And not at all scary. I'm going to say these are working now. And that concludes the Ford Capri experiment. So we can chuck those on the pile. Okay, so let's just test this then. So we're going to spin the wheel of fortune and then pull the handbrake on. Did something, but it wasn't dramatically effective, so that's probably because the handbrake cable is really loose. So I'm going to adjust the handbrake and then try it again. Alright, let's try it now. Yeah. I'm going to have to take this off and have a look at that adjuster. I think maybe it's not adjusting, but I'll do that off camera because it's just fiddling about and it's going to be pretty boring. See you shortly. I might have figured this out. There was a couple of things wrong. The first thing is this bit of technology here had popped out. It's a little bit weak, but now I know it's from a Ford Taunus TC1. I can probably get a replacement for that if I need. But this basically just popped out, so the spring was just dangling down. And here, there's a little spring-loaded arm behind here that kind of moves the self-adjuster up when you operate the handbrake. And that had just pinged up, so it was up against the wheel cylinder, so it wasn't adjusting at all. But now, I can just operate the handbrake like that, and if you watch the adjuster, should see that it does very slowly move. So I think the thing to do now is I just need to, probably the hub won't go back on now, but I just need to adjust it back so I can get the hub back on and then just pull the handbrake loads and loads of times. I've just put the thing back together and just tested it, and it seems to work. So spinning freely, and if we spin the wheel of justice, it's pretty definitive. I'm amazed. Let's try that again. Handbrake off, spin the wheel of justice. We have brakes. Well, we have a rear brake, so I'm going to swap the shoes on the other side and I'll get back to you. Right, here we are on the starboard side. This one doesn't turn so freely. There's a bit of resistance, but I imagine once the adjusters on the other side have had a few turns, it'll also be like that. So there. Turns, and then if we stick the handbrake on, it is absolutely not moving at all. And then handbrake off. Yeah. it moves again. So what a result. We have a handbrake, and might not sound much, but it makes things a lot less sketchy when you're jacking things up and moving things around. Even on flat ground, it's still a ton of metal, and it can do a lot of damage if it moves in an uncontrolled way. Okay, so Agnetha hasn't moved for maybe a couple of months now, so it's about time we got her outside and started the engine, checked everything out, and well, maybe we can have a look at the next things on the job. Oh, maybe they won't be so heavy going as the last few jobs. Maybe we can do some fun jobs. So first we need to move all this this rubbish out of the way. What's this? Is it a fridge? How do you get in it? Oh, just like that. Ooh, it's very hot for a fridge. What type of fridge is it? Benjus Miał Wypadek. Start. Okay. I mean, I know it doesn't stand for Benjus Miał Wypadek. It stands for Bayerische Motoren Wypadek. What are you doing? It's just revving up and down by itself. Oof. What have we got here then? I think that's for positive ground, negative ground, and demo mode. I suppose we go for demo mode. It's moving. Yeah, we're off. Wow, look, here we go. Let's go and park it somewhere. Reverse. It's got a reverse on it too. That's amazing. It's better. Okay. Right, that's the fridge out of the way. Wasn't nervous at all. Oh, I hate lowering cars and lifting them. So this hasn't run in about 2 months, so do you think it'll be first time lucky or second time or third time? I think it'll be first time lucky. Loads of choke. clutch in. Okay, I was wrong about first time then. Try again. Something's wrong. Come on. I don't know what that was all about. I think just a lesson in complacency, I think. Right, shall we try this handbrake for real? Okay, let's give it a go then. So, reverse. Yeah. With the handbrake off this time. Oh yeah, it works. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the sharpest in the world, but it's maybe it'll improve as the adjusters work. Certainly a lot better than nothing. Nice. Well, I think that's it for this video. Don't want to push our luck. A tremendous authentic bit of fan belt squeal at the end, so she's really coming along. So what about the rest of the brakes? Well, the calipers need new pistons, we can get those, and I'm undecided between rebuilding the brake master cylinder and getting a reconditioned one, or just... And here we are again a few days in the future, and even though I said I wouldn't, I'm doing some body work on this because she's going to look good. So what next for the brakes? I've got a brake master cylinder ordered and on the way. I have it on good authority that it'll work. It's not a one-to-one substitution, but we'll see. And then I need to get a brake caliper, piston and repair kit from a company called Big Red in the UK, and then we'll be able to set them. There's a train horn going constantly, so I think in the next month or two we'll have fully functioning brakes. Touch wood. Shut up! Oh God, making this video. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Hello, and goodbye. See you in the next one.